Hey everyone, I'm Todd Duncan and I'm going to be your instructor for the lecture portion of Intro Physics this semester, and I'll be working pretty closely with Professor McDermott and Professor Nembergall, who are the lab instructors this term. And I just basically, we're a little over a week away from the start of classes, and I know that everybody's kind of anxious and uncertain about all the Me Too, about all the stuff that's going on and how things are going to work out. So I just wanted to make a little welcome video, mostly to introduce myself and give you a few pieces of information about things that are happening so that you kind of know what's going on. So first thing is, I would encourage you to, the Moodle page is up and available now. And there's some basic information at the beginning, and then there's the first week stuff we're still fine tuning a little bit, but most of it's up there now. So I would encourage you to please, over the next week, if you have a few minutes, to at least look through it, kind of make sure that you know how to navigate the Moodle page, kind of jot down any questions you have, or shoot me an email with questions, just kind of so we can get started right away when we have our first class on a week from Monday. Let's see, a few things about that. Let me check my notes to make sure I don't forget anything here. So on Friday, a week from today, the Friday before classes start, I'm going to have just some very brief at 8:30 and 8:30 in the morning for those of you in the 8 o'clock class, and at 2:30 in the afternoon for those of you in the 2:15 class. Totally optional, but I'll be on the Zoom link for our class, just to have kind of an informal gathering to kind of test out technology. It'll help me check things out to make sure that some of the stuff works the way I'm imagining it will. It'll give you guys a chance to say hi and ask questions if you have questions. Again, it's totally optional, and I'll post the links to that on Moodle, or information about that on Moodle. But just to have that on your calendar, if you're interested, you can show up to either of those, regardless of which lecture section you're in, if you have questions about anything or just want to say hi. Okay. The other thing, just to give you kind of general overview, like I said, I know this is not what we all hoped for in terms of the setup of everything this semester, but I still think it'll be a fun semester. We'll have a lot of good things that we'll get to learn about and explore. One thing I want to just give you sort of a preview is that I know everyone has a wide range of kind of backgrounds about your exposure to physics in the past. And as much as possible, I'd like to kind of invite you to, keep an open mind and just kind of start with a clean slate of, really all we're doing is we're going to be exploring the world and trying to codify some patterns that we see in the world, and taking advantage of what people have done in the past and learning some of these patterns, and exploring those, pinning them down so that they're in a useful kind of simplified form, so that, and then learning how to apply them, like really learning how, I am going to make a big focus, even more so than usual this semester, on kind of the problem solving aspect that physics is largely about kind of looking at the world and figuring out how to solve problems, and giving us some tools that we can use to do that. And I think you'll find that those tools are useful in areas that you might not have thought of physics applying to. So I'll try to give you a wide range of things to look at. And on the Moodle page, there's already a section that I've started that's just kind of examples that I'll say a lot more about throughout the semester. But if you want to just start, scanning through some of those to just kind of see some things that might catch your interest, you're certainly welcome to do that. Let's see. And the other thing, just to give you a heads up, the first assignment that I think you'll find will be pretty fun, that I'll talk about on the first day of lecture, is going to essentially be to spend some time just looking around at the world and noticing things that move, whether it's squirrels climbing trees, or leaves falling, shooting stars, raindrops, anything that moves, which obviously there's a lot of things that move in our world. Because really the whole semester is going to be about learning what people have discovered over centuries about basic rules. It turns out there's just really a few basic rules underlying all of this complicated motion that we see that can help us understand it. So your first assignment is going to be observing and jotting down some patterns that you see about that. So if you want to get a head start on that, you can just start being maybe more aware than you normally are as you go through your day. Just kind of notice how things move in the world around you, and notice if there are some patterns you can start to identify. Okay, so I think that's all I want to say for now. Like I said, just mainly wanted to say hi. If you have questions, of course, feel free to keep emailing me or show up at one of the sessions next Friday, which I will post on Moodle. All right, otherwise I will see you all in a little over a week. All right, take care and I'll see you soon.